Welcome back to the Making the Madness second weekend preview series. We are going through the South region here. We're going to see which team makes it to the Final Four. We've got three teams who you expect, and one team no one expects. It is Oral Roberts, who is in the Sweet 16. It's going to be a fun, three games in the South region to eventually determine which team is heading to the Final Four. But Sean, what we're going to start here is Villanova against Baylor. Are the Bears going to advance to the Elite Eight?
I think so. I just think that not having Colin Gillespie is going to be a big factor here. Obviously, Justin Moore looked very good at the point guard spot against North Texas. Chris Arcidiacono only played about 12 minutes, and I think that Brian Antoine could play a big role off the bench. He's been very solid lately. But just for me, Baylor, they're the best three-point shooting team in the country at around 42%. They have one of the best defenses in the country, although it's faltered in KenPom's rankings because they struggled against Kansas and Iowa State after getting back from their COVID pause. But I think that Baylor is going to have a pretty big day here. I think they could win by double figures. I just think they're a much better team than Villanova right now.
Yeah, I'm going to roll with Baylor as well. I just think they have the matchups for anything Villanova has. Obviously, with Chris Arcidiacono or Justin Moore running the point, you don't really have a true point guard. And you know who loves to feast off no true point guards? It's Davion Mitchell, who's just an elite ball hawk. He's going to pick up a few steals in this game. And then you've got, I think Jeremiah Robinson Earl can have a big game. But for Baylor, I think they have better scoring. They have quicker guards. Defensively, I think Villanova is going to try to muck this game up. But at the end of the day, I don't think Villanova has the scoring offensively. I don't think defensively they're going to be able to necessarily stop Baylor's elite guards. So I'm rolling with Baylor here. I just think that, especially with Colin Gillespie out, I think the Bears are a better overall team.
Yeah, definitely are.
Next game, it is Oral Roberts, the Cinderella, against Arkansas. We've seen 115 in the Sweet 16 before. This is the second. Let's see if Oral Roberts can put together a better game plan.
Yeah, I think that we're going to see Oral Roberts head to the Sweet 16 here. Or nope, they're already there. I see them heading to the Elite Eight. Max Abmas is going to likely be defended by Devo Davis or Jalen Tate. They're both really good defenders, but Abmas, he can pull up from the logo. He can drive to the basket. He's great in the pick and roll game. I think that's going to be a big factor here. And Kevin Obanor is lethal from three-point range and also in that pick and roll game with Abmas. Obviously, Oral Roberts got out-rebounded by Arkansas by 26 the first time these two teams met in December. And this season, or in the last two games, Oral Roberts is contributing players not named Abmas or Obanor is 5 for 29 from three in the two NCAA tournament games. Kareem Thompson, Deshane Weaver, Carlos Jurgen, and Francis Lasis are going to have to step up here if Oral Roberts is going to be able to beat Arkansas. But I think that Oral Roberts is going to beat Arkansas. They haven't had a good offensive game really in the tournament compared to their season average. They're shooting well below their season average from three in the tournament. I think that they shoot right around their 38% in this one. And I think that Oral Roberts is the first 15 seed to ever make the Elite Eight.
That would be certainly spectacular. I'm going to go with Arkansas, though. I think they have good matchups inside. I think Justin Smith will be able to slow down Kevin Obanor on the interior. I think that's a good matchup there. I think Jalen Tate will be able to take care of Max Abmas. I think they'll still get theirs, but it'll be somewhat inefficiently. I just think Arkansas, they're the team. I think they're playing really good basketball right now. I think that, in terms of scoring, I think Devo Davis, Moses Moody are good scorers. I think Jalen Tate can go off a night. Justin Smith has certainly played a lot better since actually playing his position and not playing the 3 on Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Williams is good. Like, Arkansas has a good team. Uh, they're essentially just running a 7-man rotation right now. They've cut the rotation down. No minutes for Connor Vanover. And I think not playing Connor Vanover definitely helps Oral Roberts as well. So I like the Arkansas Razorbacks to advance to the Elite Eight, setting up a 1 versus 3. So, but you've got Baylor versus 15 seeded Oral Roberts. Do you like Oral Roberts to go to the Final Four?
I do not. I think Baylor is just the best team, probably in that entire region, I would say. Just, Jared Butler's going to have a big game against A. Smith, probably. Davion Mitchell's probably going to lock him down. Then I think a guy like Matthew Meyer could play a big role. Mark Vidal's going to have a big game. Just everybody on Baylor seems to always perform big in big moments, and I think that's going to be a big reason why the Bears move on to the Final Four here.
Yeah, I'm going Baylor to beat Arkansas. I think Arkansas will keep it close, but the one thing kind of actually helping Baylor, especially in a quick turnaround, Baylor plays a little bit more depth. I think they'll take care of business against Villanova, and as a result, I think they'll be a little bit more fresh. In terms of Baylor, they have 4 guards that can just kill you on any night. You've got Mark Vidal doing everything. You've got Matthew Mayer, who's stepping up as essentially the Kevin Durant of people with mullets. Jonathan Shamua, Chachua, Flo Thamba, they're solid inside. So I just think they're able to match whatever Arkansas is going to do. I think that Baylor's going to try to go small a bit earlier than you might expect, especially if Justin Smith's playing the 5. I think they'll match right up and say, okay, you're going to play Justin Smith at the 5, we're going to play Mark Vidal at the 5, and match up that way. So I think Baylor has an answer for everything Arkansas is going to do. I like the Bears to advance to the Final Four. First time Scott Drew makes it to the Final Four.
Definitely.